Abraham Lincoln. Of course, Abraham Lincoln among the Jewish people is a almost revered figure. We know that the synagogues, when he was assassinated, I think it was during Passover, had special services for Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was an avid Bible reader. And did he express any opinions regarding the Jewish nation's historic ties to Zion?
It's a funny thing you say, Abraham Lincoln and the Jews. It's like, the elephant in the Jewish question. Well, what relevance does this have? But the great American historian and Jewish historian Jonathan Sarna wrote a fascinating book years ago about Lincoln and the Jews, and he really was able to use the story of Abraham Lincoln and the Jews, which again is still a very small part of the Lincoln story, to tell a broader story about who Lincoln was and where America was at that moment. People, because Lincoln is so important, have combed the Lincoln archives trying to find some kind of statement that's proto-Zionist, that's supportive of Israel. And the best that people have come up to is there is a story that he told some acquaintances that he thought that the Jews should be restored to the homeland, and he said that he had respect for Jews since his podiatrist was Jewish, a guy by the name of Issachar Zachary. So we can salute Issachar Zachary. But the more important story, of course, with Abraham Lincoln and the Jews is that when Ulysses S. Grant passed General Order Number 11, kicking Jew peddlers out of the area that was more or less Tennessee during the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln, appealed to by Jewish friends, there's a kind of legendary moment where his friend comes to him and says, "This is terrible," and Abraham Lincoln, speaking almost in biblical language, says, "You've come to Father Abraham to save the Jews." And so there you see again the power of that biblical analogy. And those are kind of the fun moments of being president. You can kind of live, you can live the Bible, you can live large.